So you're looking to move to the Atlanta area and you're looking for a pristine luxury neighborhood. Well, one area you might want to consider is Historic Brookhaven. This area is beautiful. I can't wait to walk around and show it to you. You're going to find beautiful homes like this one, pristine lawns. I'm going to tell you kind of what's around here. So let's get into it. Let's talk all about living in Historic Brookhaven right now. Hey guys, my name is Molly and welcome to my channel. If you are new or returning and you want to know everything there is to know about living in the Atlanta area, well, you've come to the right place. Make sure you follow along by hitting that subscribe button and give this video a like. It does help me out. But hey, if you're thinking about making a move to the Atlanta area and you need help with your home purchase, shoot me up with a text, an email, a phone call. I love hearing from you and I'm here to help you out to find a place that fits your lifestyle and your budget. So don't hesitate to reach out and I can help you make your move to the Atlanta area a little bit easier. Okay, you guys, so I am in Historic Brookhaven. If you saw this home right behind me, you might think I'm in Druid Hills. That's kind of what it reminds me of. But Historic Brookhaven is just a beautiful, beautiful neighborhood. You can see behind me, really nice lawns, really well kept. So let me put up a map and show you exactly where we are. This is actually a part of the Buckhead umbrella. It is on the far eastern side of Buckhead, but it has some parts of it is an Atlanta zip code, some parts of it is a Brookhaven zip code. I'll get into that more, but you can see it is just wedged in between 285 and I-85. In terms of commute times, you can get to Buckhead within minutes because you're just right next door to all of the shopping. Midtown is about 20 minutes, downtown is 25 minutes, and the airport is 35 minutes. But as always, traffic can be horrendous here in Atlanta, so always budget for some extra time if it's during a peak hour. Okay, so there you go. That's where we're at in terms of Historic Brookhaven. And yeah, I was driving around parts of this before I got started, and Historic Brookhaven really reminds me of a combo of Buckhead, and then there's some of the old world charm of Druid Hills. So, you know, if you aren't finding any nice homes in Druid Hills, or maybe you don't like all of the other Buckhead areas, definitely give Brookhaven or Historic Brookhaven a try. And yes, it is a little bit windy today, so my hair is going to be blowing all over the place. So I'm going to start walking just a little bit so you can see a little bit of the neighborhood. And you can see behind me, like, this is kind of a smaller home, but there is definitely a lot of larger, big homes on good sized lots. In fact, I'd say on average, you're gonna find a lot size anywhere from like 0.7 acres to 1 acre. I've seen a couple in the 2s and 3 acres, but those are definitely on the higher end. So I'd say roughly, you know, 0.7, maybe 0.5, really just kind of depends on the home. Look at this beautiful one behind me there. So yeah, you're gonna get this all day long walking around in Historic Brookhaven. One thing I love about Historic Brookhaven is you're not gonna get a lot of cut through traffic. It's, you know, a very windy, lots of windy roads around here. And so no one's really gonna be cutting through here unless they live here, but it is surrounded by a lot of major roads like Windsor Parkway, that's at the northern end, Osborne Road, that's on the eastern side, and then you have Peachtree Dunwoody Road. So those are kind of like the major roads that border this neighborhood to get you out of this area and on your way to wherever you want to go in Atlanta. Another home here. And I just love the variety of homes that you get in this neighborhood. And in terms of price ranges, you're probably wondering, well, what does it cost to live here, right? Okay, so the median sales price in Historic Brookhaven is 1.7 million. They definitely go up from there. You can find a few under $1 million. They're probably going to be smaller, need a little bit of work, or just older. I saw one that went as high as 4.5 million. And there are some townhomes and their median sales price is around 810,000. Those are going to be mainly around the Peachtree Road area. They're really not like in the middle of this neighborhood. Check out this beauty behind me right there. Yes, I'll take one of those, please. I'm a sucker for a white home. Anyway, I am walking towards the Capital City Country Club. This is the oldest country club in Atlanta. It started in 1883. So there's your history lesson for today. Definitely a private, exclusive country club. Very beautiful, of course, and it has some great amenities, pool, all the country club stuff. You know what I mean. So that is kind of what's in the center of this neighborhood, what surrounds it. Now the one dig I'll give you on this neighborhood is you can see the street, no sidewalks. Now there are some streets that do have sidewalks, but a lot of these streets do not have sidewalks. I've seen a lot of people out walking or running, and you know, there's not a lot of traffic, so it's not as much of a concern, but you know, some people like their sidewalks, and that is just not here. Now, you may be wondering, okay, if I live right next to the golf course, am I going to have golf course views? Well, not exactly. I mean, look right behind me. This is what you're going to see. All these bushes. I mean, they made it here to be very private. I imagine maybe in the winter months, things thin out and you could see around that. Or if your home is up on a hill, there might be I'm coming up on one here that you might be able to get more of a glimpse of the golf course. But you know, that is one thing that you should know, that yeah, if you got a house on a hill next to the golf course, you still may not get a really great golf course view. For example, this home, it's up on a hill. I don't know if it's got very much of a view of the course though, which is right behind me. In terms of styles of homes, you're going to get a lot of custom, traditional, a few modern sprinkled in, and then like this one's like a Tudor style, really beautiful. You get some traditional brick, and I would say, you know, unlike some neighborhoods in Atlanta where homes are built, you know, in the 1930s, you're going to find a lot of homes here are built in the 1990s, early 2000s, and of course there's going to be some homes built in the 1930s, 1940s that have been renovated, but for the most part you'll find a lot of like newer homes in this neighborhood. So if that's something you're after, definitely be looking here. Something else that I noticed about this neighborhood is, like, you can see this home is set pretty close to the street versus this home definitely a lot further back. So it really just kind of depends on the lot that you are getting. And this area is definitely very windy and very hilly. So, you know, if you move here, you're probably going to be using your GPS a lot until you get used to this area. And if you're a walker or a runner, you're going to get some good exercise in. Okay, I found one of the roads that does actually have a sidewalk on it. I'm walking on Mabry Road. I think that's how you pronounce it, Mabry or Mabry Road. And I will say, cars do zip along this road a little bit faster, but that's why you reach out to me. I'll point these things out to you when you are looking for homes. These are things you cannot find when you're looking on Zillow. So shoot me a text, give me a call, send me an email. I got your back. Okay, so one thing I mentioned is that part of Historic Brookhaven is on the city of Atlanta side, and part of it is on the city of Brookhaven side. So you got two different counties, you got Fulton and DeKalb. So that's just one thing to be aware of. If you're worried about school districts, well, on the Fulton County side, it is zoned to Sarah Smith Elementary, Sutton Middle School, and North Atlanta High School. Now on the DeKalb side, it is zoned to Ashford Park Elementary, Chamblee Middle, and Chamblee Charter High School. So both sides are actually, they have highly ranked schools. So as always, check online to see if they fit your needs. But there you go. That's the school situation and the little funky border situation. Now, if you're wondering what is there to do in this neighborhood, well, actually it's not a lot. It's a lot of homes, but you are surrounded by Town Brookhaven to get some shopping done, like Costco. There's some boutique stores, some casual restaurants. There's also obviously Buckhead and all the shopping there, which is just minutes away. And you're also by Brookhaven Village for a couple more shops there and restaurants off of Dresden Drive, but that's kind of it. So like if you're wanting a coffee, you're not going to just find something in this neighborhood. You're going to have to go just outside of this neighborhood for that. Now, I should mention that Historic Brookhaven does have a series of neighborhood events. They do a tour of homes every year. They have an annual fall street party, and they do a Halloween street festival type situation. So it is a community that comes together and does some fun things. So, okay, enough of me talking now. I'm gonna go walk over to my first home example, and this one's gonna be on the lower end price range for you so you can see what that looks like, and we'll go up from there. Okay, I'm right behind my first home example. It's in this nice little cul-de-sac here, but it's right behind me here. This sold for $1.7 million. It was built in 1999. Looks like they're doing some work there, some landscaping, but this definitely has kind of that 90s vibe inside of it. I wonder if they've already renovated some, but it's got like that 90s style kitchen. I don't know, it's just that layout, and it has those high countertop for the island. You know what I'm talking about? It has coffered ceilings. It has an oversized primary suite with a huge bathroom. It has a basement area for like a rec room, and it has a nice pool too. So there you go. That's what you can get for the $1.7 million price point here in the Historic Brookhaven. I'm going to keep on going, but one thing I will mention is, you know, these price points, you know, if you compared them to a similar home in what you would get in like Virginia Highland or Morningside, you definitely get a little bit more bang for your buck over here, just because you get a little bit more spacious room, bigger size lot. The one downside is there's not really anything to walk to. So, you know, if walkability is more of your thing, this Historic Brookhaven may not be your jam, but if that's not a really big issue, then definitely check out this area. There's some beautiful homes, beautiful lots, and like I said, everything is in pristine condition. Now, I know it's fun for me to point out all the biggest homes in this neighborhood, but there are some alcoves and some areas where there are some smaller homes. Like this little alcove right here, there are some nice, you know, modest style or modest size homes. Now, don't get me wrong, these aren't shacks or anything, but they aren't overly huge, you know, mansions that are 7,000 square feet. So I just want to let you know that it's not all just huge homes, but definitely there are a lot of pretty ones in here. Now, this is a beautiful cul-de-sac of newer build homes, and they've got an extra lot right here ready to be built on. I did see there was one lot here that recently sold. It was on 1.1 acres, but it sold for about $1 million or 1.1 million. So that kind of gives you an idea of, you know, price points in terms of a lot. And again, it'll vary depending on how big the lot is, but just wanted to point out this collection of beautiful homes. I'll keep going. One thing I should mention is I think Historic Brookhaven is a great location to live in. If you are working in Buckhead, obviously it's very close and next door. Or if you're working up at the perimeter, you know, there's a lot of companies that have headquarters right there at the perimeter, Sandy Springs, Dunwoody area. So this would be a really great spot. It's not that far away. And in fact, I love going up to the perimeter in Dunwoody and doing some of my shopping there. They've got a Costco. They've got the perimeter mall. They're like, Dunwoody is hopping now. They're opening all these great new restaurants. And by the way, check out all these cool homes right here. Okay, that's basically it. That's all I wanted to tell you on that. But let me head over to my next home example. Next house I want to show you is right behind me here. This sold just under $2.5 million. It's a 6-bedroom, 6.5 bath. I don't have the square footage, but you can see it has the iron steel doors that everyone loves these days. It has the white oak flooring, the wide paneling, the beams and the ceilings, and just a lovely kitchen. All the rooms are really nice and big. It has a pretty pool, actually no, it does not have a pool, but it has a large basement area. There's a big natural stone patios, 3-car garage. So there you go. That's what you can get in the like 2.5K range. And This area is just a beautiful area and really large mature trees everywhere you look. Basically all of this area you're going to get nice big mature trees. So let's keep moving to my final home example. Okay, wrapping up my home examples for you is this newer build. It's a modern style. It sold for $4.5 million, just under 10,000 square feet. It has 7 bedrooms, 7 baths, and 2 half baths. And you guys, this home is so amazing inside. White oak flooring, custom millwork, wine room. There is an exercise room, a dog spa, a prep kitchen. There's a heated pool, a cabana, a fireplace. You name it. I mean, it doesn't look like it's very big from the front, but it just, the lot goes back further. So beautiful home there for you. Okay, it is that time where I drive around the neighborhood and just show you some typical streets in this neighborhood. You guys, I'm like a kid in a candy store because I could just drive around here all day. It is so pretty. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Now, if you have little ones, you can bring them over to the Little Nancy Creek Park. It's a cute little playground area with some playground equipment for the kiddos. It looks like there's like a little community garden with a pavilion, and there's this little nature trail that goes around the park. It's not huge, but it's something if you just need to get a little bit of steps in for the day. But there you go. There is my vlog tour of the historic Brookhaven area. I hope you enjoyed it. You know, whether you're making a move tomorrow or next year and you need help with that home purchase, shoot me up with a text, give me a call, send me an email. I love hearing from you guys, and I'm here to help you out and make your move to the Atlanta area so much easier. So can't wait to hear from you. And until next time, you guys, I'll see you around the neighborhood.